Hello everybody. I'm going to be doing something totally different today. Something that I rarely don't, if ever, I don't think I've done, which is basically just a song type of tutorial. Well, it's not really a tutorial, um, because I really don't know, exactly how to play it. I'm more so trying to figure it out. And the song is called Age Limits by an artist I've recently discovered named Francis Lung. Yes, Lung, Long. I'm not sure if if that's his real name, but yeah, it's quite an old song, and basically I'm not gonna pretend as if I'm perfectly figured out the rhythm and the chords and all that, but I think I have, after a couple weeks of listening to it, I think I have a little bit of it figured out. So I'm just gonna give a listen through kind of thing, and in real time, though I'll try to keep this concise, you can kind of get an idea. So, yeah. Wow. So you can tell I don't have the most amount of name. All right. First 30 seconds or so. Sounds like what he's doing is there's like a consistent drum pattern going like 1 2 3 1 2 3, and I want to say it's in like 6/8. That's the general like initial vibe I get, but I think it's actually in 4/4, but it's just spread out to sound as it's played to sound kind of like a like a wall. I could be totally wrong because I'm usually not so keen on figuring out time signatures, but it sounds like it's like, because I feel like if it was like if it was 3/4 time, like waltz time, it would sound more so like that, and it doesn't sound kind of as like dun, 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 dun. It sounds more like it does have that, but I've heard that before, like kind of like that. And by the way, it's in C minor, or the relative major of E flat. So I don't know which way you want to look at that. It's starting out in a C minor, so I'm tempted to call the tonic a C minor. So chord-wise, it sounds like what he's doing is, and just to give you some background, I have listened to this, or I have kind of taken a look and delved into this a little bit on a more of a surface level, but I haven't quite mastered it, so it's more so that's why I'm hesitant to call it a tutorial. So it's basically C minor, and then a B major or B flat major 7. I suppose you could play it any way. Which way? Definitely not like B7. I'm not hearing that type of weird tone, but it seems, I've heard that type of thing before. That it's basically that shares the same third, I think, of if you're playing a G sharp minor, I believe. So you could be like, so you get like kind of a thing, but like you get like a nice kind of that half step type of. Because now it's like kind of, it has more of a tension to it, I think, and then it goes to the tonic here. Now I know I just said that C minor was a tonic, but basically it's an E flat here. And, he might be playing, it does sound like there's two different guitars on the track, and what he's doing is like he's playing a E flat. It could be an E flat major 7 too, because there's like I said, there's kind of two things going on, and then an F major. You could play, I think I'm hearing like an A in the bass, so you're kind of getting that, chord inversion thing. And then what he does beautiful here is goes to, and then he goes to like an F minor, now we're into more natural territory, because that's like an augmented, I think it's called barred chords is the correct terminology. So it's like doing that, and it's kind of like that nice F. I like playing it. You could play it definitely with capo up. I have my guitar, like 9 out of 10 times it's tuned full step down, so this is obviously going to be capo 5, but for all intents and purposes it's actually capo 3. So it's like you could play it like that, G sharp, and then go to like a, and then you might be able to, maybe that's where he's kind of getting that nice different type of thing. Maybe he's on the second guitar, he might be playing capo up. But I like probably just to be able to figure out the chords in the actual key. I like kind of it this way, so it's like so it's like that, and then oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're back here on the regular standard tuning. So now we have that. So okay, about a minute in. So what he's doing is he's keeping the starring pattern kind of going for just like a, but he's kind of like playing it a little bit, not quite palm muted, but like kind of like he's singing kind of lower register. Doesn't matter. Tell I'm such a fan of the song that I don't know the lyrics yet, but to be fair, it actually takes me, even some of my favorite songs ever took me like tons and tons of, that's kind of a weak spot of mine, is like committing to memory lyrics, so it's like, oh, it sounds like he's like doing like a like he's doing a bit of a walk down type of thing, where I'm not sure if where's it here. And then, oddly enough, we have a D minor. I like playing kind of a D minor add 9 type of like weird nice chord. You don't have to play it, you can just play a D minor. Because like you expect kind of that, but now you're getting that type of odd barred chord note, right? Because D minor, if you see it's acting as if it's almost in G minor, right, as a tonic, because D minor isn't entirely natural. Well, yeah, like a D and an F together won't be, but it's like you can hear that type of that dissonance. All right, so continue listening. Chorus, although I like how he kind of keeps his song in such a manner that it's kind of defies genre a little bit, like you're expecting pre-chorus and then this and that. I'd say this is probably I'm just gonna call it, for the sake of clarity for myself, chorus. So I'm just gonna, so now he's going to the capo, using that it'd be easier. Down, down, so there's a few different things going on here. He's kind of that deceptive key. Well, maybe not deceptive, but he's going to F minor, which is kind of the, you know, in the key of C minor. It's kind of the, I like to think of it as the minor second, and then he's going down, and then we're going on that G flat, or that, I'm sorry, that yeah, A flat major 7, or you can play it just break through A flat, and then you get that kind of weird D minor thing going on, and then back to that. So we're going to E flat, and then you're going to, and then yeah, I'm hearing a second guitar back there doing this beautifully mixed, kind of sounds like it's like this rig, this very reverberant type of you know, cave type of sound. It's going on something like that, like kind of that triad, and then it's like, all right. So yeah, it kind of reminds me, a little side note, it kind of reminds me of Joni Mitchell's A Case of You, where it's like, which I'm still trying to learn adequately, but it's basically kind of a similar thing where it's like using those chord shapes, kind of like, you know, age-old example would be like, everybody knows that one, never needs no introduction, but it's the Beatles, you know, Blackbird. You know, similar, a bit of a similar chord there, where you're using kind of simple type of things. I've heard people call that like Jean Frusciante method or whatever. None of you know there. So continuing on, it reminded me kind of that Red Hot Chili Peppers Jean Frusciante type of thing, where it's like, not to say he has a patent on that, but yeah, not a fan of the band, but I do kind of like his style a little bit. I've heard some Radiohead songs use that too, like Reckoner. So just trying to stay on focus here. Alright, let's listen to the last bit of this song. So, 2.5 minutes. Really interesting thing. He's going back into the chorus. He continues that, and then he back to the verse chords. You can play it like this too. You can just kind of higher notes with that on the kind of the 8th fret, like I'm doing. C minor instead, doing a similar thing. And then he goes like, in this last minute of the song, there's like a very intense, like he jumps up an octave and starts hitting those really highs, like totally outside my range type songs where he's like, look at you. So he just goes like into the, and then there's like that guitar, you know, there's two. It's like kind of does that, and then it's like kind of doing the same thing as the other chorus chords, where it's like, yeah, like the other guitars kind of that. Or maybe he has an immense amount of musicianship and is able to actually do this on one guitar. But wouldn't doubt that. But yeah, so he's like doing that. Yeah, so he's kind of doing reiterating that. Interesting stuff. That's the end of the song. It's a little under 4 minutes, and yeah, it's a lot of songs like that on kind of make you feel very, or kind of come off as very slogging, I guess. Like, but this is like the complete opposite. Like, it feels like the whole entire time there's like a steady flow of you're just being hit with all these different emotions, and you know. But yeah, it's like the end. It's pretty. He keeps kind of doing that, like repeating that. These chords. A flat. Oh, sorry. So it's basically just says that throughout. I don't know how many times, but you know, when he repeats that, like age limits, like. So, and it ends on that. But he does, I'm trying to figure that out. He does like kind of like he hits that high C. And he's like kind of. So something like that. Yeah, he's like, I've noticed there's like not like half steps going on like that. You know that, like, oh sorry, at V flat you're getting like, so you can play it like. Yeah, so brilliant song, highly recommend. Definitely gonna check out more of his stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to put up there. Apologies, this is my first kind of attempt at doing this, so cut me some slack. So just let me know what if you guys have any other suggestions, and yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you learned as much as I did.